thing I always worry about in terms of statistics and data collation, for instance, is the way that we do it in this part of the world, and where most people have a lot of misgivings about whether we're using authentic data. A point in cases, the question of population. All kinds of figures are flying around, 200 million, 250 million, you hardly know what to use in determining a lot of things. And this is a serious worry. Yes, there are attempts to have at least an accurate head count and know what Nigeria's population actually is. Now, do all of these have any impact on when you do this?
Yeah, thank you. That's what we call data integrity and data quality. It's just like what we call input-output analysis. If you want a good output, you have quality data. In MBS, we have quality checks before data will be used for analysis. For example, prices data that we use to compute inflation rate through CPI. We have enumerators across all the 36 states and FCT. Just like Prof said, before we were using paper to collect these prices, and we know the drawback of that mechanism method. But now we use CAPI device, using what we call survey CTO application. This survey CTO application, if I go to Wuse Market now to collect the prices of food items, as I'm collecting the price from the respondents, the price goes straight to the server with the geo information of the seller. So meaning that an enumerator cannot just sit in his or her house and begin to fill fake prices. Because if that is done, apart from that, the application has what we call price range. If the price you are inputting is outside the range, it will flag it. So those are some of the control measures we put in place to ensure that the prices we use to compute inflation reflect true market condition. Also for the rebate CPI, the expenditure data we use for the rebasing also follow the same due process. We cover over 22,000 households in Nigeria, not individual, 22,000 households. And this household were examined for 12 months, and data quality check was put in place to ensure that the expenditure we reported or we used to compute the relative expenditure weight is genuine, is correct, is qualitative and correct. So in terms of data, quality check are put in place to ensure that the data we use reflect what is happening in the economy.
Yeah, in terms of your question about the population, and the accuracy of the population, this is statistics. You don't have to interview 220 million people. So whether there are 200 million or 230 million, it doesn't really matter. What happens is that they get statistical, they use, we have descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. So they use inferential statistics so that the integrity of the data is representative of the population. So there's a minimum number of data, and then the randomness of how it is collected, and then the other dimension that there is a geophysical dimension to it. So it is going to be very accurate. And there are even, I've asked the DG many questions about internal consistency of the set of questions they're asking. He assured me on that. I said, how about self-retest stability? He assured me of that. Has the construct validity? He assured me of that. These are statistical techniques that you actually use to ensure integrity of the data that you are collecting and the randomness of it. It's not like everybody goes to market and gets the data. You could get it from restaurants, you can get it from so many different locations. And it's not everybody go out on Monday to go and collect. How about people who don't go to market on Monday? So it's randomized. And then eventually they follow a normal distribution that represents the population. It's like election, when you're collecting election results, you don't get it from everybody. You get a sample, but they are well randomized that you get an accurate description.
Let me ask Dr.